So we're here at the beautiful eastbound Dragaca River. It's a tributary to the Fojnica River, which winds through the Bosnian Pyramid Megacomplex. The Fojnica River is a built river, and by that I mean that the riverbed itself ties together the structures on either side of the river so that a pyramid on one side, for instance the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun, and a hill on the other side will be tied together through the riverbed, through the baked, adhered clay layers that the ancients created. So presumably, and this is also just a hypothesis at this point, the ancients started with the rivers. In other words, they built the pyramid complex from the riverbeds up. And we're going to literally walk down this creek that is a tributary to the Fojnica River and see if we can find evidence of a built riverbed. Wow. And you see this incredible steep angling of this, pushing the water toward the center, breaking it on the left side. So we've got both layering and straight line sectioning. Here's the straight line sectioning. Christoffer Kindmark from Sweden. Are there any schools that can train students how to find a built river?
I don't think so. Visoko, Bosnia, I guess. Or Schauberger has some ideas that we just copy nature and that creates energizing water in water streams, and that's probably what they did back in the days, or the ancient.
So they copied nature?
Yeah, pretty much. Water moves in a specific way. If it's a natural river, you will see that it's a lot of curves in it. And that's what we want to achieve with water. Curving, creating energy in it. Rev it, yeah, give it life again. That's probably what this river does here. A different kind of work than we do today, so it's kind of very subtle, and you wouldn't see it if you wouldn't have been in Bosnia with the cola, I think. Yeah. So yeah, it makes the water come in the middle, and there it kind of starts vortexing a bit, but it's not as clear as further down and closer to Visoko, where you see the vortexing very clear.
So as we move down the river, we see this incredibly steep inclination of these layers into the bank of the river on the right. It's a straight stretch, so they're not trying to force the water one way or the other, or help the water get to one place or the other. They're just trying to make sure that they have a strong bank, so they incline the layers in. Absolutely amazing. So instead of channeling the water one way or the other, they're letting it go straight on. Now Chris said he found some blocks down here. Let's go look at those.
There are lots of layers in the rock there. Now here it gets more like rock.
Yeah. Aha, so this is the thicker layering there.
Yeah, like you can see in the river on the way to Radnor, you know?
Yeah.
Down there. And still got the same structure as the earlier ones.
Interesting. Really thick layers, huh?
Yeah, it's really
thick layers, but they're also made of thin layers.
Yeah.
So as we're moving down the river, we see this incredible vertically inclined clay layering, and right next to it, in the river itself, is another clay layer that's vertically inclined. So I'm just going to get some photos. We have more evidence of this incredible baked clay, possibly heated up with sonic heating using sound instead of an oven. An oven would be impossible, but once you master sound, you can find the key to heating up water, and water is an ingredient in the clay. So we find this clay layering, but also we find right here quartz. So a quartz vein is prominent, and you can see that the quartz and the clay come together in one structure. It's all one piece with many layers. So we're just going to get close in on where it comes together. It's most obvious right here. On the right you've got the quartz, and on the left the clay. And then you can see the quartz and the clay together right there. On the left you've got the quartz, on the right the clay. Beautiful. These nearly vertical clay layers have no sign of erosion on them. They've not been worn smooth by the water. That's how strong these clay layers are. They're still sharp. So we just came down that stretch of water about a kilometer or so, and as we walk down the road back toward Fojnica Grad, we see this incredible nearly vertical hill of layers, which is the same kind of layering that we found in the river. And we can see sectioning of the layers. So the layers are going to the right, down, and then you've got this smooth sectioning right here. I'll just turn the camera a little bit. You can see how smooth it is, how smooth it is, how smooth it is. Not a natural kind of thing to happen. And they're not precious about their sectioning. They'll section at different angles. So you got sectioning here at those two different angles. Those meet. Then a similar angle sectioning. Here's a section line right here. And you can see the real smooth quality of this. And if this was sedimentary, there'd be no way to have these continual smooth, in this case vertical, sectioning line. It wouldn't happen in nature. It would only be whichever way horizontal is. Let's say that the top of the lake bed or seabed was up this way, you would never see any kind of lines that weren't horizontal to that. So you would never see this line right here. Never. If it was sedimentary. So we know it's not sedimentary. This very steep hill, which gives us evidence of baked, adhered clay layers built in sections, is part of the riverbed. It just goes down to the river. So it's all one thing. The riverbed is built as the base to this hill. So the riverbed is part of this structure. And then in modern times they put a road over it. But this is absolutely incredible technology from ancient times. Wow. Nearly vertical. How do we know it's technology from ancient times? Well, we have sectioning. So if this was sedimentary, if the top of the lake bed or seabed was vertical from these horizontal layers, we would never have had these smooth section lines. So, because this breaks right through this sedimentary line. It breaks through it. It goes straight up, breaks through, it's smooth, it's smooth. So we have these smooth sectioning lines. Clearly an artificial construct. You've got Robert Jock telling us that the Yonaguni Monument is 95% natural. He says it's natural or primarily natural. And the way he gets away with saying that is by saying that the sandstone breaks out naturally to form these vertical sides. But in fact, we know from Geology 101, sedimentary layers don't break out vertically, they only break out horizontally. So there's no way that he could be correct that the sedimentary layers of the Yonaguni Monument are breaking out naturally. That's just some kind of witchcraft talk. That's sorcery. And we don't appreciate it. The people who actually care about science and care about our world, our natural world and our artificial world. And those two meet in mysterious ways. Let's continue the search here west of the little town of Fojnica, which is west of the Bosnian Pyramid Megacomplex.